Guys, it's Junior again, and I'm watching another her animation of a true story. It's called I Wasn't Born Blind. Parents Poisoned Me. So let's start in the video.
Oh, Mom, do I have to drink it? Come on, Natasha, be a good girl and drink your shake. But I'm bored of drinking this. Come on, you know it's good for you. Can't I have orange juice instead? Just drink it, okay? Stop messing around. I'm not going to tell you again. Wow, Mom looks really angry. Looks like I'm not getting out of it. I picked up my protein shake and drank it. But before I go on, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't end up with parents like mine.
Okay,
When I got
well,
to school that morning,
that
I
to
went to
me
find
too.
my best friend Vicky. She always sat in the same place waiting for me so I wouldn't get confused looking for her. I tapped my white stick on the ground as I counted the steps in my head. I knew that it would be 20 steps to reach the other side of the playground. Hi, Vicky, I called out. Even though I couldn't see her, I knew she would be there waiting for me. You don't look very happy, she said. I'm not. Why? What's happened? I told Vicky about my argument with my mom. She makes me drink this protein shake every morning. I'm so sick of it. You know, I was watching a documentary the other day on those shakes. They're really not that healthy. They're full of sugar and can actually do more harm than good. Vicky was a grade A chemistry student, so I guess she knew what she was talking about. You shouldn't drink them. You're a perfectly healthy girl. Apart from the fact that I'm blind, Vicky laughed. Well, yes, but that was something you were born with. But seriously, Natasha, you should just stop drinking the shakes. But Mom got so mad this morning. I don't want to upset her again. You could just pretend to drink it. Then when she's out of the kitchen, just pour it down the sink. That's a great idea. That's what I'll do. So the next morning when Mom gave me my shake, I didn't complain at all. I sat eating my bowl of cereal, and after a few seconds, I heard Mom get up. I just need to grab my purse from upstairs, and then I'll take you to school. Drink your shake up. I waited until I could hear her footsteps going up the stairs, and I picked up my shake. I emptied it into the sink and rinsed the evidence away. I sat back down just before Mom came into the room. Good girl, Natasha. Mom picked up my glass and cereal bowl and put them into the sink. Come on, I'll drive you to school. On the way to school, Mom chatted away. She had no idea that I hadn't drunk the shake. I went to find Vicky. It worked! I didn't drink the shake and Mom had no idea. That's great! I did the same thing for the rest of the week. Every morning, I would pretend to drink my shake, but really, I would pour it down the sink. Saturday mornings, I always woke up late. I love sleeping in, and it was about 10 o'clock when I eventually woke up. I opened my eyes, but had to close them again really quickly. I had seen something bright, like a light, and it had dazzled me. I opened my eyes and blinked again. I didn't know what was going on, but I could definitely make out something bright. Every morning for the next week when I woke up, things began to get clearer and clearer. Is my eyesight coming back? I didn't want to get Mom and Dad excited, so I didn't mention anything to them. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it myself, just in case I was wrong. But by the end of the following week, I could see everything clearly. I gazed around my bedroom. It was beautiful. I had always imagined in my mind what the outside world looked like. But as I looked out of my window at the flowers and trees in the garden, I realized the colors were far more vibrant than I had thought they would be. I couldn't.
Okay. How? Wait, how does this work? I know I wasn't saying anything for a while. I was just watching this video. But how does that work? She's originally blind, and now how does she see everything perfectly? What? Well, I guess. Wait. Well, it says she wasn't born blind, so is the drink making her see everything blind? Making her blind? I wonder.
Wait to go downstairs. I was finally ready to tell my parents I'd gotten my sight back. I ran downstairs. Be careful, Natasha. You might slip, said Mom. You don't have to worry about me anymore. I can see! I can see! I looked at my parents, and for the first time, I saw what they looked like. My mom had beautiful blonde hair and aqua blue eyes. My dad was the complete opposite. He had black hair and dark brown eyes. I can't believe that I finally know what you both look like. Mom and Dad looked at each other. I expected them to be jumping for joy, but instead they looked a bit annoyed. Natasha, did you stop drinking your shakes? Asked Mom. I didn't want to lie to her. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mom. I just got bored of drinking them. You shouldn't have done that. I was so confused. I wondered why Mom was going on about the protein shakes when I just.
Okay, I know it's something about the protein shake. Why would they even say it in the beginning? Why would they say protein shake in the morning? It has to be something with the protein shake in it.
Told her that I can see again. The following morning, I woke up early. I heard Mom and Dad going outside to the car. I looked out the window at them, but what I saw shocked me. They both looked entirely different from the day before. It was as though they were wearing face masks. I began to feel a bit suspicious, so I decided to ask Vicky to help me. I called her and told her my good news. That's amazing, Natasha. I can't believe you can see. It's so exciting. Yes, I'm so happy. But the reason I'm calling is, do you think you could check out the ingredients in my shake for me, please? Vicky agreed to help me. So later that day, I took the box of shakes over to her house and left it with her. It will take a couple of days to find out exactly all the ingredients, but I will let you know as soon as possible. A couple of days later, I was sitting in my room doing my homework when I got a call from Vicky. Are you sitting down, Natasha? Yeah, why? There is something in your shake that reduces your eyesight. With the amount that you have been drinking over the years, it was enough to make you blind. I couldn't believe what she was saying.
I knew it. I knew it. Hey, what is going on? Get out now. Okay, fine. Get out, Toad. Okay, okay. I knew it. It's like a reverse carrot. A reverse carrot.
Could my parents have known what was in the shake? Had they intentionally been giving me a drink with poison in it? I knew there was only one way to find out. I was going to have to confront my parents. I walked until they were both sitting in the lounge together. Did you know that my protein shakes you were giving me every day was the cause of my blindness? What are you talking about, Natasha? Vicky tested the ingredients. I know there was something in it that made me go blind, and you were so insistent on me drinking it every day. Okay, yes, you're right. We did know. But it was for your own good. You're crazy. I don't know what's going on with you two. You wear face masks when you go outside. You forced me to be blind. What is wrong with you? I didn't know what to say or do next. I couldn't believe my own parents had done something like that. I had to get out of the house and away from them. I hate you. I don't want anything more to do with either of you. I ran out of the house and.
Wait, wasn't that man with her when she was blind? How does that make sense? That looked pretty good. That looks as good as I can draw. It looks like it's not just a full scribble. Okay.
The street.
Right.
I had no idea where I was going, but I had to get as far away from my parents as possible. I ran and ran for what seemed like hours. Eventually, I found myself at the far side of town. It was a pretty rough area with lots of empty, boarded up houses. I slowed down and began to look around for somewhere I could shelter. I would need a dry place to sleep until I could work out what I was going to do. It was getting dark and it looked like it was going to rain. A dog barked at me from across the street. I kept on walking, hoping that it would ignore me. I had almost given up hope of finding somewhere when I walked around a corner and saw a door to a house and it was open. I went inside and called out, "Hello? Is there anyone home?" There was no reply. I went further in. The house was full of furniture. It looked like someone had just walked out, leaving all their belongings behind. It was perfect for me. I decided that I would stay there for as long.
Is she going to live there? Is she going to kick the main person that lives there out? Is she going to hurt? Is she going to actually say, I was homeless, I My parents are crazy. Can you call 911 for me? Can I live here? And please. Is she going to act like that?
Long as I could. The next morning, I got up and went into town. I was hungry, but I didn't have any money. As I walked along the street, I could smell fresh coffee brewing. My stomach rumbled loudly. The smell was coming from a cafe on the corner, and I went inside. I was hoping to ask for something free to eat, but before I had a chance to speak, the woman inside said to me, "I'm sorry, I'm too busy to serve you. My helper has just quit on me. I'm looking for a job if you need a new helper." The woman looked at me. "Okay, you're hired. Put the apron on and come and help me make some breakfasts." I couldn't believe my luck. I had got myself a job. When the morning rush was over, I sat down with the woman and we had a cup of tea and something to eat. "You worked well, Natasha." "Thank you. I enjoyed it. I spent my days working in the cafe and my evenings in the house that I had found. It wasn't a luxury life.
Okay. That was easy to get her a job. I mean, I guess that's true. She just wanted when someone got fired. So, yeah.
But I had all that I needed. At least someone wasn't trying to poison me. I began to forget all about my parents. Until one day, something happened that really shook me. I was walking through town on the way home from work when I saw a couple walking towards me. I felt sure that it was my mom and dad. Of course, they were wearing masks, as they always did when they left the house. I have no idea what got into me, but I suddenly lost my temper. I ran straight up to them and tried to pull the masks off their faces. "Ah, what are you doing?" asked the woman, holding her face in pain. "Get away from..."
Wait, did she just got his... Wait, are those like famous people? When she was talking about, and they're just pretending to look like them, so everybody knows that it's definitely not them, and they are basically the exact opposite as her original parents. And then she noticed his and then his and then the parents just saw them and ran away.
"Us," shouted the man. They weren't wearing masks at all. Sorry, I thought you were someone else." I ran straight home as fast as I could. "Don't ever do anything like that again," I said to myself. It was only a few days later when I was on my way home from work again when I saw another couple that looked just like my parents. Fear started rising up inside me, but I told myself to calm down. I calmly walked towards them. Suddenly, the man grabbed hold of my arm. "Come on, Natasha, you're coming home with us." It was my dad. I tried to struggle, but he was too strong for me. "Come with us, and we will explain everything." "No, leave me alone." "We're not going anywhere until you agree to come and listen to what we have to say." I got into the car, and we drove home in silence. When we got back, Mom and Dad told me everything. "The reason we gave you the drink was to protect you. You see, we are wanted by the police. During the daytime, we wear masks to hide our identity. But once we get home, we take off our masks. We didn't want you to see our real faces." "But you poisoned me for my whole life. You guys are sick and crazy." "We only did it to protect you, to stop you from finding out our true identity." "No, that's a lie. You're selfish, both of you. You only did it so that you could walk around at home without wearing your masks. What kind of parents do something like that to their daughter?" "I'm sorry you feel that way, Natasha, but you can't leave the house now. You can't keep me here. I have a job." "I'm sorry. We can't risk you telling anyone who we really are." "Please, I promise I won't say anything. You have to let me go." But they wouldn't. They took me up to my room and locked all the doors. There was no way.
What? Why? Why is it so small? Why? I don't even think. I barely even think I can fit in there. And I'm Juger, and I'm extremely small. I don't even think my dad can fit in there. What? That's extremely small. Well, actually, everything thing that looks like it's very small on electronics is reality like 10 times bigger in real life. So I guess that's true.
For me to escape. They kept me a prisoner in my bedroom. They didn't even let me out for meals. Instead, they brought a tray of food to my room. It went on like that for weeks and weeks. I never saw anyone other than a glimpse of my parents when they pushed the food through the door. One day, I was laying on my bed when I heard the sound of someone knocking at the front door. I jumped up and looked out of my bedroom window. I couldn't believe it. Vicky was standing in my garden. I banged on the window as hard as I could. She looked up, and when she heard me banging, I started waving my arms and screaming, "Help me! Help me! My parents have locked me in here!" I have no idea if she heard me or understood what I was saying, because the next thing I saw was her walking off down the driveway. I suppose my parents must have told her that I wasn't in or something. I felt so sad and in such despair. I'm never going to get out of here. I lay back down on my bed and tried to go to sleep.
Is she going to call 911?
But it was of no use. I just lay there staring up at the ceiling. Suddenly, I heard the wail of sirens. My heart started pounding. Were they coming here? I looked out of the window again. 4 police cars had pulled up outside of my house. Their lights flashing and sirens screaming.
Only 2 of them are quite good at parking, and the other 2 are barely even doing it right. What? Just park right. Even though if there's no parking spot, just think what they want you to do. Park right.
I watched as the police ran up to my house, and the next thing I knew, my bedroom door had been kicked in. "You're safe now, Natasha. Your parents won't be able to harm you ever again," said a police officer. They took me downstairs and out to a waiting car. I watched as they brought my parents out of the house, handcuffed, and put them into another police car. "Where are you taking me?" "Your friend Vicky is the one that called us. She told us everything. Her family have said that you can go and live with them if you like." "Yes, please. I would like that very much." My parents were arrested and sentenced to 10 years in prison. I live with Vicky and her family now. I don't know if I could ever forgive my parents for what they did to me. For now, I'm just trying to enjoy my life.
Oh. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Hey, I'm Junior, and I'm heading off. Goodbye.